The covers with Luck and Hen.
No, it sounds funny, but I just can't stand the pain. Girl, I'm leaving you tomorrow. Seems to me, girl, you know I've done all I can. You see, you big, stole, and I borrow. Yeah, ooh, that's why I'm easy. Like Sunday morning, yeah, yeah. That's why I'm easy, yeah. I'm easy like Sunday morning. I wanna be high, so high. Sunday morning, yeah, yeah. That's why I'm easy, I'm easy like Sunday morning.
Yeah, so good evening, folks. You're watching Under the Covers with me, David Luck, and Mr.
Steve Hen.
Yeah, and man, I forgot how amazing that cover is. Like, you know, yeah. When I go on iTunes on my computer, I tend to listen to like the same bits of the same things all the time. Like, but I need to go back to listening to more different things because I forgot how amazing that cover is. It's just so well done, isn't it? Like, because I was thinking, like I said before we started recording, Mike Patton sings it so well and in such a soulful way. But I forgot as well, and as you said, the guitar solo sound is amazing and
it's clean and dirty at the same time.
Yeah, it's really. It's actually a surprisingly heavy, dirty sounding solo for such a soulful cover, and song obviously. But I forgot in the chorus where the title is mentioned. I forgot how much I love the beautiful backing vocals in the chorus. Like, I mean, some people might, forget about that sort of thing, but I just think the backing vocals in the chorus are so beautifully done, and that is an example of why I think this cover is actually better than the original version. Even though the original version, as we said,
no, David, you've hit the nail on the head as usual. Just in case you don't know, we're doing covers now, so all the songs tonight are originals by other people, and we're playing their interpretation. And the reason I wanted to start with this song, even though it would have been a great song to end with, is I personally think it's a perfect cover song, because if you cover a song, you've got to make it better than the original in one way or the other, or different, or something that. And to me, even though that is almost a carbon copy of the Commodore's Easy, it's totally different. It's weird. It's a perfect cover song, is what I'm saying, and that's why I wanted to start with it. And it was David's choice, which is not like the film Sophie's Choice, but that's a good choice, David. Well done.
Thank you very much. I was thinking. I think I've seen stuff before saying that loads of artists can make good covers, but I think it's similar to the like you were saying. I think to make a great cover, you need to make the song your own.
Yeah, definitely.
Loads of bands can do good covers, but how many can do great covers?
Well, let me show you who can. Oh, my mouse is not as good as it used to be. There you go.
Oh, okay, yeah. I've not actually heard. Well,
this version. Ooh.
This or the original, I don't think. No, shamefully. I do know. Say what you were going to say, because I'm going to go into a story again. So sorry.
All I was going to say is this is Judas Priest, Green Man Alicia with a two-pronged crown, which was a Peter Green song for Fleetwood Mac. It was the last song he wrote, apparently, for Fleetwood Mac. I found out that today when I was doing my research. But I never knew it was a Fleetwood Mac song when I brought Killing Machine, the album, when it first came out on red vinyl, people. Yeah. And it's such a great Judas Priest song that I never realised it was a cover song for at least 6 months after listening to it, until someone said, Fleetwood Mac wrote that. And I went, nah, they didn't. And yeah, they did. That was before the internet, by the way. I didn't have the internet. So, ladies and gentlemen, I now hand you over to David Luck and his story.
You're watching Jack and Ori on... a couple of years ago, I used to work in a seasonal role at HMV in Northampton. And one day, I served a customer who wanted to return a Fleetwood Mac compilation that she'd bought, and one of the songs on there was their version of this song, the original, which, as you said, Steve, is an old track from when Peter Green was in Fleetwood Mac, and she wanted to return the album because that song made her depressed, she said.
Oh,
so that was an interesting case. So yeah,
that's right. When you were in HMV, David, did you ever serve Andy Murray?
you're bringing us down. Just taking my love, let's slip away, leaving me here trying to keep from following you.
Boom!
That's really
Hey.
nice. That's really nice, isn't it? Yeah, that's good stuff. Yeah, it sounds just like something they could have written themselves and just done themselves, doesn't it? Really, like, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I thought it was when I first heard it. I thought, man, that's such a good Judas Priest song. It was a great live version as well. Live, that last Rob always used to get the crowd to sing that, and when it's a big crowd, it's a great little sing along bit. That.
Yeah, nice classic Priest guitar sound, of course, and yeah, sounds great. Yeah, like I said, shamefully, I've not heard the original. I assume Fleetwood Mac's version is more bluesy. I assume, is it?
It is. Yeah, I mean, there is such a when if you hear the Judas Priest one, then you realise that actually it's not a million miles away from the Fleetwood Mac one, but it is. You're right. It's more bluesy and more laid back.
I mean, obviously. Sorry, yeah. I was going to say.
Yes. No.
Yeah.
It is surprising. There's a lot of bands out there that you think are original songs, and they are actually covers. And I wanted to play that game, but I thought no, I can't play that game. But I am in a minute. But let's go to your next song, David, because did you see them after the Biden inauguration in their concert? They've got a new album coming out. Why am I pressing that? I'm pressing the wrong thing. Thank you. Here we go. Foo Fighters.
Yeah. I did see that they played at the inauguration. Yeah.
Inauguration.
Yeah. I mean, that's one good thing that came out of last year, and it Trump didn't win again. He's over.
Oh, David, you're just listening to the press, man. Of course he won, and like.
Oh yeah, I'm such an idiot. He won by a lot, didn't he? I forgot.
He won by a landslide, and the vote was stolen. And I can't believe the other day when he left the White House and Biden was sworn in. All these people thought it was going to be the day of hell, and fire and brimstone was going to rain down, and no way was Biden going to be sworn in. And they're all going, what's going on then? What's happening now? Why is that? They said he was going to be sworn in. Anyway, yes, we are in the year of hope. 2021 is the year of hope with a Foo Fighters' new album.
Maybe from about September onwards, it will be. Hopefully, yeah. So,
yeah, let's not get into that.
Anyway, on a happier note, this is a nice song. Yeah. I don't think I've heard the original of this all the way through. I have heard a little bit of it. Originally by Killing Joke. It's actually the what?
That used to be my nickname on the circuit.
Oh right, okay, fair enough.
There you go.
In fact, it's the first track from Killing Joke's first album, actually. So.
Oh goodness.
But for anyone that doesn't know, Killing Joke were a huge part in the post-punk genre, and obviously. Subsequently from post-punk, alternative rock developed, basically. So, and actually I was reading today, because we were talking about REM before we started recording for a moment, and I read today that
Sunday.
One of the... Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah. That one of the big music publications once said that REM marked the point that post-punk became alternative rock, sort of thing. So,
I get that.
Because I did know from one of the rock band games that REM were one of the first bands to be described by the music press as alternative. So,
this really has got nothing to do with music, but it has something to do with the word alternative. like Jim Davidson, God bless, the funniest man in the world, and not at all a racist. Said when like the new comedians came on the scene, the alternative comedians, he went, alternative, that just means they're not funny.
Right.
And I'm thinking, yeah, look at the mirror, mate. So no, but yeah, but everything that doesn't diminish everything you said, because everything you said before that was spot on and right.
Thank you very
so
much.
Introduce it, unless you want to say something else.
This is Requiem by Foo Fighters. Killing Joke's version is arguably dirtier than this one is, but this is still a nice sounding cover. So yeah, check it out.
Requiem by the Foo Fighters. David, that's a really nice song, and I really like it, and I want to hear the original now. That's a good thing about a cover.
Yeah, like I said, the original is definitely gruffer and kind of dirtier than this one. But yeah, no, I think that is just a really nice sounding song. It's just, you know,
I always think it was taking me.
Sorry, yeah.
No, definitely that version was taking me places where I didn't expect to go so soon in the show. Nice song, lovely put together as well. Really nice.
Musically, it's not like very complex either. Like like I said, the same guitar riff just plays all the way through pretty much, and the lyrics are kind of in this version they're kind of whispered, and spoken. In the original, I think mostly at least they're sort of shouted or spoken sort of thing, but here they're whispered. But yeah. Oh, and by the way, do you know what a requiem is? Because I just googled it. So
It's some form of hymn type thing.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. So there's a thing here that says a couple of things it can be apparently. A mass for the dead, a solemn chant such as a dirge for the repose of the dead, something that resembles such a solemn chant, a musical setting of the mass for the dead. So. Oh,
so it's more a song that you'd hear at a funeral.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
It's more. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Good song, like that. I like that a lot.
Nice cover, yeah. So yeah.
So here's. Have
you ever listened to? Sorry, just out of interest. Have you ever listened to Killing Joke at all?
Only when I play my sets back. No, is the answer. I haven't, but I will now, definitely. And that's a good thing about that, isn't it? Covers, because if they make you listen to other people's music, that's a good thing.
Yeah, a couple of songs that I'll tell you about. I've got one or two of their albums, but I've only listened to a couple of songs really. But these ones were both hits for them. Love Like Blood and 80s. They're both good. So yeah.
Oh, cool. But I mean, I will listen. I'm going to listen to some Killing Joke because I'm hoping I'm going to like them.
Yeah, the song 80s. That was Nirvana's track "Come As You Are." That was accused of plagiarizing 80s. So
there's only 8 notes, people. There's only 8 notes, right? Okay.
Yeah, let's move on.
I did. No, it's fine. I did say that I wanted to put a lot of songs in that were like people would have thought they were original rather than covers, and I'm hoping that this one is one of them. I pressed that and it didn't go. There we go.
Ah, okay, fair enough. Yeah.
Ah, yeah. So there's a few. There's a Led Zeppelin one I wanted to play, or a Black Sabbath one. Evil Woman, I think.
Oh yeah, a band called Crow did that originally. So,
yes, that's right.
Yeah.
And there was a Dazed and Confused, I think.
Yeah, I was going to say when you were talking about covers that people thought were the originals, it made me think Status Quo's track "In the Army Now." Oh, that's a cover as well. So yeah.
Oh.
Originally by a duo called Bolland and Bolland, they're called. So, yeah.
It's a great name, that is.
So, yeah.
But if you're just listening and not looking, this is the "I Fought the Law" by The Clash, and what I don't think you can. What you can't say. The Clash of the Clash. You can't say anything. I don't suppose anyone could. If you're not The Clash, then I don't know why you would.
Well, they're just a staple of classic British punk rock. So
Yeah. But I still think they're above punk in a way. I think they should have their own. They should have their own. We should all have our own pigeonhole. Whoo. I think, but yeah, I like. Let me just play this. If you haven't seen, it's "I Fought the Law" by The Clash.
Yes.
I needed money, God, I had
Yeah, as punk as Black Lace, that isn't it? Eh? I bought the Law and the Law one. That's a belting little
Yeah,
song.
he said it. It's kind of it kind of sounds that guitar sound in that. It kind of sounds more like jangly, kind of a bit, doesn't it? And clean, doesn't it? So it's not like, the kind of rougher punk of, say, Ramones or any number of other bands you could list, you like. But yeah, no, it's a really nice song though. So yeah, it's interesting though. It almost sounds like a song discussing failings of the punk movement, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I tried to go against the grain or against the system, and I didn't complete my objectives.
It's true. But originally by Sonny Curtis, the Crickets in 1958, but popularised by Bobby Fuller 4 in 1966. Just in case people were wondering.
Buddy Holly's Crickets is that? Sorry.
Sonny Curtis of the Crickets is what it.
Sorry.
I'm only reading this from Wikipedia, people.
Yes.
I just thought you might need to know. But yeah, great song, and so is. I'm so glad you chose this one, by the way, David.
Oh yes. Now, equally, interestingly, we could have picked the soft cell version of this song, and it still would have fit this show, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's Tainted Love, by the way, and this is Marilyn Manson that David has chosen.
Marilyn Manson's cover, yeah, because the best known version is Soft Cells, which was a number 1 in the UK. But it's originally, I think that's originally a kind of soul track from the 60s or something.
Yeah, Ed Cobb, formerly of the American group The Four Peps. It was originally recorded by the Gloria Jones in 1964.
Right, yeah, because I think
according to Wikipedia.
Yeah, I think Soft Cells was done in about 1980, wasn't it, or something? So,
yeah. They're at 81.
Right, yeah, and I mean, admittedly, I do love Soft Cells version as well, but I would rank, and I've not listened to the original by that singer you mentioned, but
Ed Cobb.
But similar to Easy, I would put this version of this song as better than Soft Cells, personally. Soft Cells one as well, but yeah.
Yeah, I'd agree with you, David. I think I would. I as like you, I really don't know why I like Soft Cell, because I shouldn't like Soft Cell. But Wave Hello, Say Goodbye is one of my favourite ever songs of all time, because it brings back lovely memories.
Song, yeah.
But Tainted Love is great. But this, you're right. Again, you're right. I think this should just be called David's Right Show. But it is a better version.
To the left, as we've discussed before.
Well, yes, that's right. But that's wrong. I mean, that's left. But no, this what you said, what he said, right? Yeah, no, this version I think is better than Tainted Love, but for different reasons though. Because Tainted Love's the Soft Cell, it was right at the time, and I think this is why this is good, because this was right at the time.
Yeah.
Well, let's not keep people in suspense, David. Here we go.
No,
Are you going to sing along with this as well then?
I'll mime along to it happily, yes.
baby, tainted love. Such a baby, tainted love. Such a baby, tainted love. Once I ran to you, now I run from you. This tainted love you give, and I give you all the boy could give you. Take my tears and let me out. Tainted love. Tainted love. Tainted love.
Tainted Love. Yeah, David was rocking and rolling to that one, weren't you, David? But you're right, it's a great bloody song. Halfway through is the time we talk about the show we do next week. Fast songs.
Yeah, fast songs. Yeah, great. Yeah.
Fast songs. Two Bat Bastards was
That's great. That's really good. Yeah.
David said we could call it Two Bat Bastards. It's fast songs, so I don't know what the criteria is for fast songs. Is it that they go, or is it like they can have very fast bits in it, or they just go at a pace?
I mean, you know, it's up to you, but I mean, I probably would have chosen songs that are fast all the way through, probably, really. So
no, I think so. I think there's one song that is quite fast and then it gets a bit choppy, and I'm not sure and it's also quite long, so I might not use it. But we will be back next week, and we'll be back in a minute with our cover song. But this is just a way of advertising our show for next week, which is the 31st of January, a month of the Year of Hope gone already, which will mean the show after that will be the Naughties show.
Yes, absolutely, yeah. And
give me a band from the Naughties, David, that you like.
A band from the Naughties. Does that include? Can that be any band that was just active in the Naughties?
Yes, active musical life.
Well, you know what? I think I will choose one from this band because I didn't pick one from them for the 90s, which I could have done. But Foo Fighters.
We're back under the covers. So, who is it? Oh, yes. Now, David, I'm surprised you didn't choose this one.
Yeah. I don't have the Garage Inc. album actually. So.
The Garage Inc. album is all covers, isn't it?
Yeah. Because before. Covers albums hasn't been a kind of, thing that I've sort of thought so much about getting, sort of thing. But I have got Weezer's covers album from the other year, sort of thing, which is really good.
I should have thought of that one.
Getting them really just investigating things, yeah. But but I don't know this version. I have heard it before, but I don't know it very well actually. I
think this is another one of those whiskey. Oh well, no, Whiskey and Jar it's a traditional Irish song made famous by Thin Lizzy, but I think the Dubliners did it first.
I was going to say,
in the 60s.
I was going to say, I'm sure Thin Lizzy weren't the original artist.
No. But I think most people would know the Thin Lizzy version, and if they don't, then they should know the Whiskey in the Jar by Metallica, because it's a lovely song.
Money she was counting. I first produced my and weary. I went to my last chamber, taking morning with me, but I never knew the danger. For about 6 or maybe 7, yeah, walked Captain Arrow. I jumped up by my pistols and I shot him with both barrels. Yeah, my shot rained down my doo-dum, my da. Whack for my daddy, oh. Whack for my daddy, oh. There's whiskey in the jarrow. Yeah, whiskey. Oh. Now some men like fishing, some men like the fouling, some men like to hear the cannonball roaring. Me, I like sleeping, especially in my Molly's chamber. But here I am in prison. Here I am, the ball and chain, yeah. My shower rain down my doo-dum, my da. Whack for my daddy, yo. Whack for my daddy, yo. There's whiskey in the jarrow, yeah. Whiskey in the jarrow, yeah. Must have rained down my doo-dum, my da. Must have rained down my doo-dum, my da. Hey, must have rained down my doo-dum, my da. Must have rained down my doo-dum, my da.
That's a nice cover. Yeah. I don't know the original very well for that either, although I have heard it. But yeah, no, that's a really nice cover. Yeah, nice guitar sound and yeah, nice vocals and yeah, it's great. What can you say? You know, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I think it's the best song on that album, to be fair. But
Right.
it's only because it's just a jolly nice sing along song. You want to sing along to it. And the Thin Lizzy one's the same. And I went to see Thin Lizzy at Stafford Bingley Hall, and Phil Lynott, not only just a great frontman as well, just a great singer, great front, good bass player, but he was a great frontman. And when he sang songs like that, you just all wanted to sing along with him. Right, David? I don't want to shout about it
Okay.
because I don't know what it's about. But if I shout it all out, I'm hoping that's the one.
Yes, this is a great.
Because
Yes.
I have no idea what this sounds like. I haven't even played this one. I'm assuming it's gonna intrigue me.
Have you ever listened to Disturbed before?
No, but if you call a band Disturbed, it's obviously going to disturb me, isn't it?
I was just thinking I could have picked, you know, that really amazing cover of theirs. There's not, this one isn't good either, but that amazing cover of theirs that has millions and millions of views online. Their cover of The Sound of Silence, which is like, you know, incredible.
Ooh.
Like, you know,
Ooh.
really incredible cover version.
I've heard that. I have heard that. You're right, because it has got millions of views. Because I think I viewed it about 5 or 6 times.
This
Yeah.
is a great one as well, but I didn't even think of that. Jesus. Anyway, yeah.
Tell me about Shout by the Disturbed, David.
Yeah, well, Disturbed. They're very well known in the metal world. They're a new metal band. This is which is kind of like rap sort of metal stuff, but as shown by that cover of The Sound of Silence, David Draymond, the frontman, has a great voice, and great vocals, really great gruff, voice as well, like for that sort of stuff, as this song does demonstrate as well. They've done a lot of great stuff, and this is from their debut album, I think I can't, whether I've heard the Tears for Fears original all the way through, I can't remember, but I don't know whether I might put this above the original as well, perhaps, potentially. But
I would, and I haven't even heard it.
Oh right, okay. Well, why don't you play it and see what you think?
Shout, shout, let it all out. These are the things I can do without. Come on, I'm not talking to you, so come on. Shout, shout, let it all out. These are the things I can do without. Come on. I'm not talking to you, so come on. In violent times, you shouldn't have to sell your soul. In black and white, they really, really ought to know. Just don't know. The earth was tricked by who took you for a working whore. Kiss them goodbye. You shouldn't have to jump for joy. You shouldn't have to shout for joy. Let it all out. These are the things I can do without. Come on. I'm not talking to you, so come on. They give you life, and in return you gave them hell. As cold as ice. Now it's your ice. I hope we live to tell the tale. I hope we live to shout the tale. Let it all out. These are the things I can do without. Come on. I'm not talking to you, so
Wow, that's my favourite cover of the night, apart from Easy.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Thanks a lot. Yeah, but no, it's so good, isn't it? I mean, yeah.
I did not know what to expect. I wasn't expecting it to be so naughty. There's something really delicious about the whole song. There's lots of little bits in it that were just coming out and being cheeky, and I really, I got off. Oh, I can't say I got off on that. I really did enjoy that. I really did.
Yeah, it's great.
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, and it's just brilliant, and it and David Draymond, he sings it well, doesn't he?
Much like it's the beat is like there's a running beat in it at the beginning, and there's just no. I need to listen to that again soon.
And like I said, so you have heard that Sound of Silence cover.
Sound of Silence. Yeah.
It's so because David Draymond's voice near the end of that, it's just like, it's like amazing, and incredible.
I am slightly disturbed that I've not really heard much about. I'm going to have to give them a good listen.
They're really well known. So
Yeah, I've actually hearted it now, which I didn't realize. The album's called The Sickness. I love that. Yeah. The band's called Disturbed, and the album's called The Sickness. I'm having that.
Yeah, one of their best known tracks is on that album, Down with the Sickness. That's really well known. So yeah.
Wow, that's There's got to be a joke about a duvet and a nurse that's looking after you, like down with the sickness, but
not down on the sickness, but yeah.
Whoa, we're in a hospital, mate. Oh, mind you, I could tell you some stories about what went on in hospitals on the night shift. I apologise. Anyway, what?
Is this the Lynyrd Skynyrd song? This?
Yes.
Wow. Okay. I didn't think I'd hear Donny Tourette being involved in a cover of Freebird. Jesus.
One of the greatest songs, one of the greatest rock songs of all time. I was worried about playing this, but when I heard it, I thought I have to. But also, does it negate the fact that we can never play Freebird by Lynyrd Skynyrd on the show?
Well, we can still do that, can't we?
That's all right then. Yeah. That's what I was worried about by choosing this one. But we've still got Sweet Home Alabama, which is also another a classic from Lynyrd Skynyrd.
Yeah, a lot of great stuff. Yeah.
So I think really this really just needs to be heard to be believed.
Okay.
Freebird, Towers of London.
Bloody
I
hell,
don't
that's
know.
a good version, isn't it?
There's something just. I do. I can't believe they did that. That's that. When I listened to it, I thought no, and then I went yes. I went yes. This. I mean, I think a lot of metal purists might not like it, but I can't see why not. Though there's a lot for everyone in there.
Man, that is a great cover. That is. They really made it their own with the punky sort of sections, and it really
Yes.
and they made it work, and with the fast soloing as well. Like,
Oh, the guitaring is brilliant on that.
oh, man,
So good.
That was great. That was really, really awesome. That was great. Yeah,
That
was really great. Yeah, I see it was done for a film soundtrack. I see. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's iTunes exclusive as well at one point, but they are apparently doing a new album which should be out.
I did see them reunited relatively
Yeah.
recently. So, yeah. But,
So I'm looking forward to that. I find them hilarious, but I love that version. I mean, I love Freebird. Freebird, you know, you could bury me to Freebird, but it's going to be John Miles's music. But like you could. It's a classic song, but they've made it their own, and they've given it a different twist, and it's great.
Yeah. The original was nearly 50 years old now, so
No, don't say that.
is it 72 or 3? Yeah,
Don't say that.
that's too late.
No, right. Let's gives me something to muse over.
Oh yes, yeah. Well, hopefully you'll be feeling better at least by the end of it.
Feeling good. Hey, no, I came to terms with it a long time ago. So Muse, right? You're a big fan of Muse. I know they're a very, very good band.
Yeah, they are fantastic. I've seen them live, and yeah, it was an amazing show. Yeah, real spectacle live shows they do, and
Yes.
I read somewhere that supposedly they are a band that a lot of other bands look up to and admire, kind of, you know, sort of thing. And because there's only 3 of them in the band, of course, you know. And no, yeah, but yeah, they're just so good at what they do. You know, Chris Walsonome and Dom Howard are, you know, solid, you know, rhythm section, and Matt Bellamy's a brilliant guitar player and singer, you know, with his vocal range, you know, it's brilliant. And yeah, they've covered quite a range of sounds with their stuff. Some people would argue this album, Origin of Symmetry, which is their second one, which is from 2001, I think, if I remember correctly. Some people would say that this is their best album. Some people would say that, but I mean, yeah, there's plenty of great stuff on there. Like, yeah. By the way, if you want to hear songs with brilliant keyboard or piano in them, listen to the first track of this album, Newborn, and also another track called Space Dementia, which has really fast piano in it, and yeah, it's brilliant. So yeah, but no, this is a nice cover though, and like I was saying, this is used in a relatively recent ad for something, whatever it was. But yeah, you might have heard it somewhere. It's a nice version. So yeah. Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Of course, 20 years old this year. Yeah.
So am I.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Reeds drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good. Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. Blossom in the trees, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new
I'm feeling much better. Thank you, David. Do you know what? I found it very difficult to get into Muse, but I think I'm going to give that album a good listening to, because that was lovely, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's brilliant, isn't it? Yeah, I forgot. I've not listened to that for a long time, and I forgot about those quieter sections. But it really, it works so well, doesn't it? And I was thinking those quieter sections, they almost sound kind of progressive and almost like kind of jazzy in a way, if you see what I mean, sort of thing. It's kind of interesting. Still, I suppose the original is perhaps a little that way inclined, is it?
Yeah.
To some degree, a tiny bit, but
yeah, no,
it's so good though. And Matt Bellamy's vocals in that last
beautiful.
It's so good, isn't it? Like
it's very good, feeling good.
It must be a talent, and a special skill in a way to sing really high-pitched notes that quietly and sustain them for that long as well, like, sort of thing. Like,
I agree. Feeling good.
Yeah, sorry, Simon Cowell just pressed the stop button.
That was totally pathetic.
Another one of the best-known tracks on that album is "Plug-in Baby," which is a really well-known track of Muse's. That's a really great song with great guitar, and
but the guitar on that was.
No, that is a really nice cover. That's really nice. So, I was thinking some people would, if this isn't true, some people would give me hell for this, for saying this, or even pondering it. But I assume Nina Simone's version, is the better known one, is it? I assume.
Yes. Yeah, I can tell you. It was 1964 for a show, I think.
Right. Okay.
English composer Anthony Newley wrote it for the musical The Roar of the Grease Paint, but Nina Simone recorded it in 1965, and Michael Bublé sung it. Obviously, it's a great song for him. But even Joe Bonamassa has done a cover.
Oh wow! Okay.
And Sophie B. Hawkins. Oh man, I love Sophie B. Hawkins.
Oh, that's a nice song that she done. It's the only one of those I've listened to. That "Damn, I Wish I Was Your Lover." That's a nice one.
And it was actually John Legend performed it the other night at the when Biden got.
Ignore the nation. Yeah.
It got inaugurated. Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent.
I think we're done with the cover show, David. We've got one more left, and we may as well play out with it because everyone's heard it. I would assume. Well, they'll have known You've Really Got Me by the Kinks. So.
Yeah. Would you say you prefer this to that version, or?
Yes, I would, because this. If you had to put a gun to my head and say, give me your top 10 albums of all time, this album would have to go into my top 10 albums. I think I can't not put it in. It meant so much to me at the time, and there's so many good songs on it, and this one is one of the greater songs.
It's just a bloody good album in general, let alone a debut album.
Yes, precisely. So I would. I mean, the Kinks version is great, and you can't say fairer than that. Yeah. But David Lee Roth's vocals are great, and Eddie Van Halen's guitar is a joy on this.
Yeah,
another crisp and dirty.
Of course, with regards to the Kinks original, you could point to that as an example of proto-metal music, or like a heavy rock song that preceded or helped the development of heavy metal music. Like point to because I mean like for because think about it, that the Kinks version that is from 1964, and if you think about the sound of the guitar solo in that, like for 1964, that's like really heavy shit, like, isn't it? So
no, it is for 64. It was like a bit of Fanny last week. We were very impressed with the heaviness of that for 68. I just had to say Fanny one more time before we left. So we're going to play out with this, David. Next week we're back with a David's choice of title, Two Bat Fastards, which I love, which are going to be the fast songs.
Fast songs.
Fast songs. Zoom.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, I dare say a fair fraction of them, if they're fast, would be quite short as well, I suppose, maybe.
I would think so. Although I wanted to put a Diamond Head one in, which is about 8 minutes, even though it breaks off in the middle to go a little bit, progressive, and then it goes back to speed. So I don't think I'm going to choose that one. So yes, what's the fastest chocolate in the world, David?
Crikey. Go on, what is it?
Ferrari Rocher.
Oh, okay, fair enough, yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I really need to get that tumbleweed going because we won't be here. So, yeah, do you want to say... I'll say goodbye.
Yeah, like that.
Right, yeah. I'm going to say goodbye, and then David's going to say goodbye properly. So thanks so much for listening to the covers song. We're back next week with Two Bat Fastards. And thank you so much for listening, David.
Yeah, goodbye properly. Yeah, see you next week, folks. Thanks for tuning in, and have a good week. Take care of yourselves. Cheers.
Girl, you really got me now. You got me so I don't know what I'm doing. Girl, you really got me now. You got me so I can sleep at night. Girl, you really got me now. You got me so I don't know where I'm going, yeah. Oh yeah, you really got me now. You got me so I can sleep at night. You really got me. Oh, you really got me. Oh, you really got me. Please don't ever let me be. I only wanna be by your side. Please don't ever let me be. I only wanna be by your side. Girl, you really got me now. You got me so I don't know what I'm doing, yeah. Oh yeah, you really got me now. Got me so I can sleep at night. You really got me. You really got me. You really got me. Oh no, no. Girl, you really got me now. You got me so I don't know what I'm doing. Girl, you really got me now. You got me so I can't sleep at night. Girl, you really got me now. You got me so I don't know where I'm going, yeah. Oh yeah, you really got me now. Got me so I can't sleep at night. You really got me. You really got me. Oh, you really got me. Oh, oh, oh.
Oh, penis breath.